Hey guys, it is me, the WildWestGamer, here doing my third and final video of this evening. Excuse me, I've got the burps this evening. I shouldn't drink so much fizzy drink. Yeah, got a review for you guys tonight. I've been taking it sort of slow, not really been doing much with regard to watching films or playing games. I've just been trying to catch a bit of Ghost Recon Future Soldier here and there, of multiplayer that is. But I managed to catch a film the other night after work, and I watched Grave Encounters. Now, for those of you who don't know, Grave Encounters is a found footage, low budget horror movie, and done by the Vicious Brothers. Um, it it is it is a mixed bag, is what I will say. Grave Encounters. Well, I should probably start with I'm on YouTube a lot. I like scouring through millions of videos that are on here. Looking just at what people are doing, what's there, anything that interests me, etc. And I love watching the independent or sort of low budget film trailers because sometimes there are genuine little pearls amongst those. And one that interested me was Grave Encounters. Now, the trailer was particularly eerie and creepy. Lots of it done very well to sort of really ramp up this idea of a supernatural ghost TV program gone horribly wrong. And I thought that was kind of a fresh idea. I thought for most found footage films, the whole idea of having a camera running around being chased by whatever, a little bit hard to believe, a little bit sort of false and fake and forced. What was nice about this film was the fact that it had genuine reason to. These people were here filming it in the first place. They fluked, they lucked out, and they found a place that genuinely did have hauntings of the paranormal variety. So it was quite cool. You had the really decent premise of these people who were setting up cameras to film themselves. They were carrying around cameras because they had night vision on them, and it was very dark in there. And also that was their point. That was their job, to film whatever happened. For me, this film was easier to believe, the whole notion of them having cameras, than a lot of other found footage films. So I could buy into that. Also, the one thing that really, really stood out for me in this film that I really liked was the fact that it really does play on the whole sort of format and premise of these sort of ghost programs, like Most Haunted or Ghost Hunters, or whatever it is that you watch. I really like the way that the actors in this, or it's said to be real, but whatever. I love the fact that the actors in this really do play up to this idea that when we see these people like Derek Acorah and all that, when you see them on screen, they are just playing a character. This isn't really what they're like. I mean, I doubt they're really like that anyway. I mean, but they're not like this. Oh, I'm sensing something. Oh, like this. What's nice is in the film they actually, they take the piss out of that. They really do. You see after they shout cut for one of their takes for the TV program that is called Grave Encounters. Funnily enough, we'll see what they did there. They laugh about how stupid it is, like and they're saying like, oh, did I overdo that and stuff like that, and they're like, no, that was great, that's just what they need. And you go, yeah, that's probably how it is. These people are mucking around going, can you tell us about ghosts? Have you ever seen anything? And these people then start telling them about, oh, once when I was little I saw someone who looked a little bit scary because they had a really pale face and they could have been just ill, but no, they were definitely a ghost. All that sort of shit that you see. They take the mick out of it. They have a laugh with it, and I like that. I like this idea, and it really does it well. And sells the whole idea of them being this TV crew that are there just lucking out. So that's the bits I like. The rest of the film, not so much. Very quickly you realise what this film is. It's not anything new, it's just the same tired, used format. You get to know the group, you get to know the people, you watch them sort of set up these cameras, you watch them have a little bit of a walk around and nothing happens, and then slowly, eerie things start to happen. Very small things at first: a window opening, creaky floorboards, someone running around. Next, and then it just starts building up. And then weird stuff, sort of starts culminating with the big scares of the film. And that for me just wasn't good enough. Really wasn't good enough. If you've got a very low budget for a film, you kind of almost have the order, not order, that's not right. You have the responsibility. That's it. You have the responsibility, if you have a low budget for a film, to be as creative as you can and as innovative, and be as creative as you can be with the script, because you're making up for the lack of production value and polish and shine and all those other things that Hollywood takes for advantage. This film just doesn't do it. This film, I think this film thinks it has a bigger budget than it does, and it tries doing some really lofty things which just don't work. They just look shit. The whole shaky cam thing pisses me off. Are we still going with this? Every time I see shaky cam, I just go, really? We're still doing this, are we? Okay, let's see it then. Show us what you got. It's never any good. Why? We've done shaky cam enough. Let's just go back to having horror films that were genuinely good. You know what? A good horror film doesn't need to be shaky or be still. It just needs to be scary. This film, it's got a couple jump scares, and they're fair enough. Every horror film has those, but to be fair, if that's really all you're going for, it's not really that much. It's not really that much to it, is there really? And people get bored of that quickly, and I got bored. As for the characters, I remember one of their names, Lance. That was it. They're just the normal stereotyped characters. They're a little bit more clued up than most. They still have sort of the ability to all get separated very quickly or something. But at least when they recommend to split up, they're like, well, that's the dumbest idea I've ever heard. So they sort of are a little bit aware of the cliche of everyone splits up in a horror film. Yeah, I mean, as for the ending, to be fair, it's just a sequel bait ending. So, and there is a sequel, funnily enough, Grave Encounters 2. Ooh, so yeah, I mean, the film is trying to cash in on the whole Paranormal Activity bonanza that's been going on now since the first one hit. All those years ago, like all those years ago, I mean, like what, 3 or 4 years ago, or 5 years ago, I don't know. It doesn't do it very well. There are better horror films. There are better horror films done for less. And it just, I mean, if you're like, if you're like a 15-year-old, perhaps you got your friends around, or perhaps your girlfriend or something, you want a cheap, silly film to watch. Perhaps you don't really want to go for the big, all the full way there with a proper horror movie like VHS, or perhaps The Grudge, or or something like that. If you just want to, sort of a silly Friday night film, yeah, check it out. You may enjoy it. You probably pick it up very cheap nowadays. You easily get a rental copy, I expect. And see what you think. Though, like I say, there's nothing special about this. There's nothing that makes you go, oh my god, this is revolutionary. And it should be. It really should be. On a lower budget, you could do a very good horror film for not very much, and it wouldn't have to be shaky cam. So there you have it. So that was it, guys. Grave Encounters, average, quite average really. Not bad, not shit. It's not awful. It's watchable, but it's just not fantastic. And you quickly learn that if you've watched the trailer and are interested, a lot of what you see in the trailer ain't nearly that good when you got the full context of the film behind it. So there you have it. So guys, thanks very much for watching. I was the WildWestGamer. I am the WildWestGamer. I may be the WildWestGamer in the future. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll change my name to Titty Bojangles. Swings and roundabouts, isn't it? So guys, thanks for watching, and see you later. Bye bye. Take it easy. Have a good day.